Okay, so I'm just gonna farm, get some cells, and go there. Okay, cool. Wait, what? Oh, come on! No! Welcome to a first to die tutorial in Dota 2 featuring Legion Commander.
Whatever they brought, it won't be enough.
Before I get started, I just have a few things to say. I have had the worst 2 weeks of internet for gaming I've ever had, ever. It has been so bad every 5 minutes. Like, okay, not every 5 minutes specifically, but basically I'd start a game, I'd do well in the game, and then suddenly the internet would just start turning off. And I couldn't do a thing, and then I'd get an abandon. So like, okay, I got an abandon, I'll work the games, because you have a few games you have to get past after you get an abandon. And then okay, cool, I got past the abandon. But then as soon as I get past the abandoned games that I have to complete, then I'd get another one the next game. It just went on and on, so this has been a really frustrating week for me. So just bear that in mind. So the word on the web is that Legion Commander is a super OP broken champion that, you know, has a ridiculous ultimate that gives permanent damage to her. And it's kind of true, but not really. Legion Commander is a melee champion. Sorry, melee hero. I've been told about 5 times this week that it's not champion, it's hero, it's hero. Well, whatever. Anyway, she's a melee hero, which you used to have duels. She's a great ganker early and late game, simply because of her high base damage and her late game damage multiplier, which you will find out about later, and hopefully not close the program before then. Okay, so your first ability is called Overwhelming Odds. This is an area of effect damaging spell that increases your speed based on how many champions are in the circle and how many creeps are in the circle where you fire it, and increases the damage you give based on how many creeps and heroes are in the circle. This is a very nice ability for either catching up to a hero or, well, escaping a whole bunch of people coming to kill you, because, you know, that's what people do in this game. Your second ability is called Press the Attack. Basically, when it's activated, you can choose to have one person on your team have bonus attack speed and bonus health regen for 5 seconds. The health regen is very useful for sustaining, and the attack speed you can use to gank people pretty quickly in duels. So your third ability, and what I think is the most important one, is called Moment of Courage. You have a chance to counterattack an enemy and do a huge amount of lifesteal. How this works is, it is a 25% chance that if someone is attacking you and you're attacking them, that you will counterattack them. This is so useful for duels and for sustain, because you get up to 85% lifesteal. If you build attack speed on Legion Commander, you could just sustain against anyone, like Roshan, tanks, ADCs, it doesn't matter. Okay, what is happening now? This is really starting to get on my nerves.
Inner peace.
No, not again, not again.
Inner peace.
I'm going to lose my mind.
With whoever is making that
Internet disconnect, fix it now. Connection to server timed out.
in
And now we come to our ultimate move, which most people think is more ridiculous than Kanye West running for president in 2020. Seriously, Kanye West. That guy has a larger ego than Donald Trump. In any case, your ultimate is called Duel. You challenge an enemy to a deathmatch, in which whoever wins gets permanent damage increase. Permanent damage increase. Seeing as your team can attack the person you have altered in the duel, you can get a lot of damage very quickly if your team just coordinates with you. And all you have to do is find a weak person and ult them. So the first item I get is called Power Treads. These boots put 9 points in any primary attribute that you choose by the press of a button. Also, added to this, you get your movement speed and your attack speed buffs. Now, seeing as Legion Commander is a strength-based champion, I put the 9 points into my strength. You do this by clicking that little thing over there. There'll be a number or a symbol that you have to click to change the attribute of the boots, and it'll change color when you've done so. The second item I go for is called a Desolator. This increases your damage and increases damage penetration, which is very useful for early game duels. This is my second item that I aim for in terms of primary core items, and you use this basically to add a little bit of damage when you're going against enemies and creeps. However, the next two items I go for are Battle Fury and Blink Dagger. Battle Fury, the main reason I go for it is it adds a cleave damage, meaning anyone I hit surrounding the hit will get damaged. It damages people in an area. And the Blink Dagger allows me to teleport. Now I'll get Battle Fury first if I am behind and I need to get extra farm or kill people pretty quickly. I'll get the Blink Dagger if I am ahead and I just need to catch people who are trying to escape and then ult them. And lastly, a very important item to get if you're fed enough is called a Moon Shard. This increases your attack speed by 180 points, which makes you a desolating foe. Because of your already high base damage when you use your ultimates, this just makes you an unstoppable force late game. You can wreck the enemy team late game if you use all these items. Your Battle Fury adds the cleave damage, your Blink allows you to go between heroes and ult them, your Moon Shard increases your speed exponentially, and the Desolator adds armor penetration, not damage penetration. I made a mistake earlier. I am wrecking through the enemy base right now at the end of a good game. I mean, look at the damage, that's insane. This is why people think she's so overpowered. It's because of this, the late game stage where she just comes in and wrecks you. Alright, some general tips I can give you with her is this: be patient. Her skill set and abilities are best used late game, so even if it looks like you're losing, just be patient and make sure you win your duels. That's the most important thing. If you just keep winning your duels and if you make sure you get the right items, you will be fine at the end of the game. However, you do have to rely on your team if you want to win your duels, so just let them know before you begin. Another great tip is never go out in the sun without sunblock. It's a tip. It's a great tip. But for playing Legion Commander, it doesn't matter because she has a helmet, so if you're Legion Commander, you don't need the sun. Anyway, you're the carry, so you're going to have to get the Aegis. You're going to have to be the one that kills everyone at the end of the game. So make sure you have enough money for a buyback when it comes to wrecking time, just in case you do die, so you can buy back if they push too far. So make sure you have about 2,000 gold in the bank at the end of the game, because that's about that's about as much as you need for a buyback with surplus. Once you get to a certain stage, use your ult as much as possible to get that damage. And last but not least, do crazy escapes and run away from that guy who's trying to kill you. and I had the ages, so it wouldn't matter anyway. Once again, I have a few thank yous to the 3 people who helped me and the 4 bots who helped me with 2 games. Yes, 2 of the games, out of the 6 games I played, 2 of them were bot matches because I had bad internet. Anyway, the biggest thank is to thank you for watching my video and liking it. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any recommendations for the next video, like what character I should play, what game I should play, please leave it in the the comment section below. And I will link in the description my Twitter and a few other things. Anyway, thank you so much. Ciao guys.